Sagittarius. Now, first I'll explore the connection, the basis of your connection, why the two of you are being drawn together, being brought together, and then how you'll feel about each other and potentially any obstacles the two of you will face. It will be general, so obviously it won't apply to every Sagittarius couple who's watching this. Otherwise, let's get straight into it and see with the Secret Language of Light Tarot, what is the basis of your foundation? Okay, and straight away you had a card flip over, which is the card of expansion here. Okay, this is powerful stuff here, Sagittarius. Okay, this is a connection that will be absolutely limitless here, Sagittarius. This is an infinite connection here. The star of creation. Alchemical symbols lie here to make up a star. The DNA spiral, the wonderful colors in the middle. Okay, this is going to expand your perception of love. It's going to expand your heart, the way you feel about this person. The reason the two of you are in each other's path and the basis of your connection is expansion, which means that you need each other to grow, to expand, to grow in love, to learn, to evolve as a life partner, as a lover. So the two of you are imperative for each other. You're here to teach each other all about expansion. And this is the speed of light traveling in every direction. And the speed of light travels extremely quickly. There's a massive shift that will take place. There's growth here. Expansion points to all new. It's like the pioneering of new. This is a kind of relationship you haven't experienced before here, Sagittarius, for a lot of you. This is a relationship that is all about new expansions, new horizons, meaning more to each other than you ever thought possible, expanding your horizons in such a beautiful way. You know, this is all about enlightenment, and as a couple, the two of you will be extremely evolved. This is what your connection is bringing in. It's going to bring a lot more into your life, not just a significant other, but a lot more experiences, lessons, life teachings, feelings. This person is going to bring in a lot into your life. I can see that right now. This is absolutely beautiful. Let's have a look and see how the two of you will feel about each other, Sagittarius. How will the two of you feel about each other? Okay, you've got the Knight of Swords. Okay, I did mention that the speed of light travels very, very quickly, and you have that very swift energy, which is represented by the Knight of Swords. He charges ahead. I almost feel like there's not so much a time limit. I mean, it could be a time limit. You might feel under pressure for time limit, biological clocks. You know, maybe you had goals set out to be coupled up, to have children by a certain age. Maybe you have these long-term or short-term goals and you want to achieve them. And I'm seeing that there's a rush. And if this is how you'll feel about each other, Sagittarius, it could be you, it could be this other person. One of you is definitely charging ahead really, really quickly into this relationship. This means falling for the other very, very quickly. This means confronting your fears, your insecurities with this person very, very quickly. This is diving deep very, very quickly. Okay, for one of you, could be for both, but for one of you, it is a time when you're charging, okay? You're charging into the unknown. You're charging ahead. You're not really giving time to think. In fact, this stallion looks back. You can see with his eye, looks back at the rider. Maybe in concern, maybe in like, well, hold on, are we making the right decisions? For one of you, emotions, mentally, and emotionally perhaps, but more so mentally, because the swords is a mental connection. This one of you will, you know, this is you telling the other one how you feel very, very quickly. Things unfolding very, very quickly between the both of you. But something about pacing here. And if the Knight of Swords often is, not that he isn't trustworthy, the Knight of Swords to me is someone who speaks before he even has time to think about what he's meaning or what she's meaning, before you can really analyze your own thoughts. So I feel like that notion of being swept up And I mentioned that a little bit with the Knight of Cups here, just on surface level. But now that the Knight of Swords has come up and that speed of light, one of you is just going to be like, speed of light, fast forward, let's get this rolling, let's get this moving, this is how I feel, this is what I want, let's achieve it, let's do it yesterday. And I can see it's going to be unsettling, possibly for the other. It takes two to tango. You've got two triangles here. It takes two to tango. You both have to cross a threshold together. But one of you, Knight of Swords, is going to be moving really, really fast. It could be because they're genuinely into you, Sagittarius, or you're into them. Or it could be that they feel pressure. There could be a bit of pressure coming in with the Knight of Swords in terms of feelings. Absolutely. Okay, the Six of Wands. You're sitting pretty here. You've got dominance in the relationship. You've come up here as the Six of Wands, which is you. You do represent the Wands. What I want to say is that before you come into victory, it's a bit of a conquest here. So I'm seeing there could be an issue to do with pacing. I don't really want to look into the obstacles now because I'd look at them in the next 3 cards. But if this is the way you'll feel, Sagittarius, you'll definitely feel like you're being valued, like you're being listened to, you're being adored. Someone will be very, very infatuated with you. It's like they're following you. Some sort of relentlessness. But I also feel like you'll have control. I think you'll have a very good grasp of your emotions. And I think you're going to be very happy with the way this person treats you, or what they're saying to you is what I'm seeing. I think you're going to want to hear what they have to say. Just make sure it's genuine. It will be for some of you, absolutely, but I feel like this person might feel pressured. I'm not sure if you're going to put pressure on them, because the Six of Wands is quite a dominant figure. So I'm not sure if you'll just be really bold and you'll just completely come out with your feelings initially and say what you want, say what your goals are, maybe. But I love what this represents. I really feel like if there are any obstacles, you can prevail. It shows that you'll come into this with a very good emotional maturity. You'll come in with a lot of control over your emotions about where you see this going. It's success. Although it follows conquest, it may follow a tough time. It ultimately leads to the highest success. And this is a very enlightened love. This is a very promising love. But you need to give it time, is what I'm seeing with the Six of Wands. Okay, I feel like this card sort of did a little jump out. Did you see? Okay, the Ten of Pentacles, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy here. This is someone you could see yourself settling down with, and vice versa. The Ten of Pentacles is about creating something and leaving a legacy behind on this in this world, in the physical realm, in the body, in the life that you are in. The Ten of Pentacles is all about family, children, creating a family unit, moving in together, living together. These Ten of Pentacles almost metaphorically speak of the milestones of love. It does involve spending money, joining accounts together, moving in together, renting together. You know, that Ten of Pentacles is creating that legacy. And if this is how you'll feel like you want to create something that could potentially change your life, plan a family, introduce this person to your family. You could see them a part of your lifestyle. You could see them getting on with your siblings. You could see them meeting your parents, vice versa. You could see them very much a part of your life, complementing your life here. And of course, this could be vice versa. Now, the Ten of Pentacles also indicates that the two of you your families will get on very well. I'm seeing there's a lot of acceptance, there's a lot of nurturing energy, and most prominently, the Pentacles point to stability, consistency, and loyalty. And this is what I'm seeing from this other person. So although they may be quick to speak, quick to commit to things before they're aware they're able to commit to it, ultimately, I see that you'll feel very, very secure in a relationship with them and vice versa. So this is really powerful. Let's have a look and see, however, in terms of obstacles. What could be your obstacles for you and in this connection, Sagittarius? For you and this person. Okay, the Three of Wands. Most prominently, I feel like this is the long-term future, the distant future. The distant future could harbor quite a few obstacles, and it could be something related to distance, and I'm thinking geographical distance. Living apart from each other, having to travel for work, having to relocate. There could be moving difficulties here. This could also be a long-distance relationship. For those of you that will commence a long-distance relationship, this could be quite difficult because the Three of Wands is distance that's going to prove to be very, very challenging. And you trying to make long-term goals together when you're not actually together per se. You know, you're not exactly in the close vicinity to each other. And this, of course, could indicate obstacles. Now, it can also point to another person or another priority making its way into your relationship. Down the track of your relationship, you might find that a friend resurfaces, an ex-lover resurfaces, an ex-partner resurfaces, and can create some sort of third-party situation. 3 is a crowd, 3 is conflict. Now, it's not always people. It can absolutely represent a job that comes in as suddenly priority, a child that comes in and suddenly makes the relationship much more emotionally intense. The notion of something else that's going to impact your relationship. Something that was once on the outside, but in the distant future will prove to be somewhat challenging for your connection. I also feel like it's someone's once. And what comes to mind is the movie La La Land, when they obviously had a very strong love for each other. This is a bit of a spoiler alert for those that haven't seen it, with Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling. They obviously had their own dreams and wants and ambitions, and their love wasn't strong enough. It was actually their dreams that were really strong, and they wanted to pursue those dreams and fulfill those dreams. And I feel for some of you, you'll have personal dreams, ambitions, and opportunities that will come into your life. And I almost feel like there'll be a point where you'll have to choose between your connection, your relationship, and something that you've wanted for so long. And it could be career-wise, it could be in your personal life. It's a dream you've had, Sagittarius. It could be you because you are the ones. However, it could also be the other person. They may have dreams, and suddenly there'll be an opportunity for you to set forth and journey your path to making that dream happen. But I can see this may prove to be an obstacle for you in regards to your relationship. Okay, the Chariot. This could point to success, movement, relocation, being in the public eye. The Chariot is a card of, if this is an obstacle, I feel like it could be ego. I feel like it could be dominance. Again, it could be career coming into the picture here. The Chariot is quite prominent, is a card of success, notoriety, leadership, fame, as indicated by the stars in the canopy, recognition, maybe even jealousy. It's going to take 2 to tango. Okay, you're both going to have to be the drivers. I'm seeing that the 2 of you both need to pull your weight. This could point to imbalance in the relationship. One person is giving more than the other, and as a result, there's an imbalance in what's happening here in terms of who's the driving force of this connection, who's keeping this connection flowing effortlessly, who's keeping it prominent, and who's keeping it in the spotlight. It's also Cancer energy, which is people holding on to past pains, past hurts, past transgressions, or past regrets. I'm not sure if this is from a previous relationship, Sag, whether for you or this other person. I am seeing that with the Chariot card, someone's pains, it's resentment, sentimentality, or nostalgia. It's whipping a dead horse, because that's what Cancers tend to do. And this is someone remembering something or harboring feelings because they remember it. It hurts, or it's hurt them. Anything that's hurt them, hurt their pride, hurt their emotions, they won't let you forget about. Or this might be you. And I'm seeing this could be an issue, but I honestly feel like it's from a past relationship. So, it could be a little bit tricky. Okay, you had a card flip over, and it was the Hierophant. It's fallen down. Here it is. The Hierophant. Interestingly, it did fall out with the Moon, the Cancer, which would come up twice then. Special, Sag, you get an extra card. But look, they do have the same meaning, typically. Cancer energy, okay, unhealthy attachments, being extremely emotionally sensitive. Now, this could be you, this could be them, but I am seeing that this could pose to be a problem here. Now, you do have the Hierophant, okay, the pedestal, one person's on a pedestal, the other one's lack of reciprocity. This is the two of you being imbalanced here. One person is going to be more important. I'm thinking it's you, Sagittarius. It could be a Taurus if you are dealing with a Taurus, or potentially a Cancer that's going to demand a lot of emotion from you. The Hierophant does point to a lot of respect and reverence. I feel like one person will get a lot of respect, the other is going to be looked down on. So I'm not sure if this is a condescending energy, Sagittarius. You can shift it, absolutely, because these two sphinxes are equal. So there is equality here. You can find equality again. You might have to seek professional services. You might have to seek help, spiritual help, psychological help, perhaps to, you know, marriage counseling for some. The Hierophant is seen as the marriage card for you to finally gain loyalty, which is what Taurian energy, I'm making up my own words now, Taurian energy represents. It's not all bad though. The Hierophant points to a long-term committed relationship that can involve engagement, family, planning for children, and marriage. So I'm seeing that this relationship has strong potential for that, for those that are looking for remarriage, marriage, someone to build a family with, someone to build a family home with. The Cancer card come up twice here. You'll both feel a very strong attachment towards each other. Ultimately, this is what can happen. But it's in the distant future. I feel like you'll be stronger emotionally with the more time you are together, Sagittarius. This is what I'm seeing. So look, I will leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching. All the best, and hopefully we'll be in touch soon. Thanks again.